Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22 as we continue our French run here on, I'm going to try and say it again, Haut-Beyleron? Something like that. We're going to be doing grapes, seeing what that does for us. And a little worker here is freaking out because he doesn't know what to do. I was just getting him rolling so that I can do the intro. We're just doing a little bit of plowing here just to see what happens, what it looks like differently once I plant the, we're going to do about 5 more rows of grapes. We've already done 10 at a cost of about $126,000. We're going to do about 5 more rows, see what that looks like, and kind of go from there. We are pulling up some big rocks. I don't know if those will stick around when we actually get to the point where we're doing, putting the grapes down or not. I guess we'll find out here in a second. Shouldn't need a lot of room here. In fact, I could probably basically measure it. Probably 2 of these passes is the equivalent of 1 width of grape. So 5 up downs and we'll be good. We may do a 6 pass just to make sure we have plenty of space here. Oh, one thing I did realize just now, though. By doing it this way, we're not going to see the lines on the ground. But that's okay. Since I know that the little brown spots are probably not going to matter once I do all the other cultivating stuff, I think it's probably okay just to, if we have a little bit of a gap, not that big of a deal. What is this over here? Oh, sugar beet. Oh, it's harvested sugar beet. Okay. I was like, this doesn't look like any sort of crop that I've seen before. I just hadn't noticed that it was harvested. Also, please, by the way, since I do have the 3 series going right now, feel free to let me know which one's your favorite. I guess you could tell me on this video, or you could, whatever, however you want to do that. Maybe I should put up a poll or something like that after. I might put up a poll after the first week or so, so everybody's got a chance to see the first few episodes, and they can let me know what your favorite is. Obviously, these next 2 series, the French and the Swiss one, will not be very far long, but hopefully you can kind of get an idea of what the plan is, and let me know if you think, which one you think is going to sound the coolest. That'll help me know, information as well. Not that I'm just going to suddenly stop one just because it gets the lowest votes, but truth be told, I'm wondering if I should restart the main series with a similar idea of just focus. I mean, it's going to be a little bit more general than these other 2 because I'm planning on doing a lot more big stuff in that one than these other ones. These are going to be smaller scale, but maybe focus a bit more, since I know I'm not going to do the, the chocolates. I know I'm not going to do the wine or anything like that. I can really focus in on the grain crops maybe, and plan on doing like maybe a bigger, lengthier production line. I wouldn't mind doing like the bakery setup. I want to do the cereal. I mentioned that, although we do need raisins at some point to do the cereal. So I'd have to probably do some grapes at some point, I suppose. Although I wish there was a way for me to just buy, from like just a public market, the whatever missing materials I had. Even if I had to pay a premium for them, it would be nice if I could just buy them. That way I could buy the the missing grapes and supply all the rest of the stuff. Because I wouldn't mind supplying the honey. That's fine. That's comes from the bees, which should be pretty easy enough to set up. I got lost track of how many up downs we've done. I think this is 3. Yeah, I think this is 3. I actually found out that if you start on Farm Manager mode, you get like $1.5 million, right? You have enough money to buy, not counting the really expensive like biogas ones. I think you have enough money to buy all of the other production facilities. And so I actually was just testing around just to see what it looked like. And I had like the whole row of like in a row. It looked like my own little city there with all the different production facilities. It was kind of cool. Maybe a little bit impractical, but kind of cool. I have a feeling I'm going to find myself not talking as much on this playthrough than I do on the others because there's just something, like I said, just kind of like pleasant about just doing this small scale. I'm just kind of like, whatever, just doing my thing. I really like that house. I think that house looks cool. I like that house a lot. The Swiss house is okay. It's humongous though. It's like 3 or 4 stories tall, and it's like, dude, like, it doesn't look like a single family home. Let's put it that way. So I don't know. I don't remember what the US maps house looks like. I need to build that at some point, just to have it. I think this might be our last one that we have to do. Let's see, if I did grapes, like over here, right? And if I did olives, honestly, maybe on field 39 behind us, that looks like that might be okay. Just kind of have a nice row there. What else? Is there anything else I would want to do specialized on this map that I just would never get around to on any of the other maps? I don't think so. Is there anything that combines with either grapes or olives? Olives makes the oil, so we'd have to get the oil processing thing at some point. And of course, grapes makes the raisins and the grape juice, which I think both the oil and the grape juice sell independently. That's the final product. Obviously, when we talked about the raisins can turn into cereal. I don't see myself wanting to do cereal production on this map. I think that's just too big and too grandiose for what I'm looking for. Yeah, I think just the olives and the grapes, just mostly because they have most of the same machinery. I assume. I don't think there's any major differences between the two machines. Okay, we're gonna try that. See if that's good enough. I'll leave this guy here just so we know what we have. And I'm just gonna see if I can plant them as is, I guess. If there's anything I need to change, I mean, I guess we'll know once we get in here. I do this with the controller. How good can I be with the controller? Orchard. We are doing. We're doing grapevine. And I'll just have to get as close as I can to the previous one, and hope it's good enough. Okay, we're only doing 5 of these. Okay. I get it. So, right there. Seems easy enough with the controller. We'll take it. Come on. Where's my thingy? All right. First one looked a little lopsided, but I think we'll be all right. I mean, we already know the tractor's definitely narrow enough to get through, you know, these things with a little bit of extra as well. And to be honest, something like that, maybe. We're doing all right. Let's see what this looks like before I plant any more. All right, it's fully fertilized. I mean, there's a little gap there that just didn't get fully plowed, but again, I don't think that's going to matter too much. Why Why is it not grapes yet? Seed bed. I mean, it hasn't been a full day for these either, so why is it not triggering as grapes? Oh, is it because... Do I still need to do that? Is that part of it? Is doing that cultivating down the middle? All right, let's add the last 3 real quick, just so we're done, and then we can take a look at what we need to do to make this work the way we want it to. Come on. There we go. Okay, fine. Hopefully my person's not too in the way. Let's see. Come on. Number 3. Okay. Oh, really? Collide still? What are you colliding with? Oh, is it me? Is it literally colliding with me? I think that is. That was a little... Well, you should have let me start planning it then. So expensive. Oh, goodness. All right. 12.59. Good enough. All right. That's 3. It's not going to be perfect just because of the way they've got it set up, but as long as I can get pretty close. I'm just happy that the fences get constructed kind of like this. I remember there's many times when I was trying to build fences in 19 and like I was using some mod that had fences in it and it's like you had to lay each section one by one and they wouldn't automatically connect. So you're sitting there trying to like, trying to microscopically get each one to overlap the previous one to make it look good. It was a little bit of a mess. Fences, I think, work basically the same as this does. I mean, a little bit of stuff in the middle here, but I don't think it's going to be a major problem. And let's go grab this. So are we still... Oh, no, it's triggering it. It just hadn't fully triggered in yet. Well, do I even need to do this part? I don't know. We're going to do it anyway. I don't think I actually need to do this part because I've already plowed it, but it'll only take us a couple passes to finish this part up, and then we'll for sure know that we're done. I need to check to see if these new ones are just as fertilized as the original set were as well. Tractor's having a little bit of trouble getting up this hill. Might need to bump up the horsepower a smidge just for the hill itself. Getting a little bit low on money after that new chunk. Definitely don't want to go any lower than this. I mean, we're still got to get the harvester. We still got to get the trailer. We got to get the fertilizer and the leaf cutter. At least we've already got the production building over there, so that's done. I made sure I took care of that first, so that way we wouldn't like run out of money and then like, what do I do now? Which is probably the one difference I would do if I restarted the US map is figure out what production we wanted, or at least the first couple steps of production, get those set, and then I know exactly how much money I have left for everything else. Well, I should have looked at the used map, used stuff. We'll look at it here in a second after I get done with this pass. There might be something used that I could be using right now. Let's see here. There. Well, don't need none of those. A big old giant vent. No, we don't need any of this stuff. This is all humongous stuff that does not help us at all. Too bad these two don't, I don't think, go together, so not that I would need them for this map anyway. I mean, these little grass shrubs in the middle here are bothering me a little bit because I feel like maybe I did something wrong and they shouldn't be there. I don't know. I'm really excited to see the vines start to really expand out. I think that's going to be a really cool visual. Oh, I like that bridge. I hadn't really been paying attention to it. A river with that bridge. Oh, that's really cool. Still love the hot air balloons. And they do move. I mean, if you haven't noticed because they weren't there a second ago, I guess we can realize that. But they're very slow moving. But they do move. I think it'd be cool, like, for the American map. I don't know if they do this very much in other countries. I genuinely do not know. But America, maybe partially because the fields are so big. We do have a lot of huge fields in the United States. There's a lot of crop dusting, airplanes that fly over. I think it'd be kind of cool to see that. Like, even if we didn't have it ourselves to do crop dusting, although that would be really cool, but just a completely different direction for the game, right? Like, why would you add airplanes in when you don't have those? Like, that's a different type of physics that you don't have to deal with. But anyway, like if they had like crop dusters flying around like over other people's fields, even if they were like off map fields, but you could see like a crop duster dip low and you could tell that it was spraying off to on the other field off to the side, just as like a you know, just a cosmetic, not cosmetic, but kind of set the scenery a little bit, kind of like the hot air balloons are doing. You know, that's pretty cool. We were actually about halfway. So 15 would be about halfway. So that does mean that getting the full field will be probably a little bit more than 30. We're not fully halfway. It's possible we could get close to 40 on this field, actually. I think at least 35. Come on. You can do it, buddy. He was just kind of like, I can't make up my mind. I think he stalled it for a second. I don't know that this map is as exciting as the other two maps in general. I do like some of the aesthetics. But I also think the hot air balloons are just, for me, just really cool. I love it. Where I live in Colorado, we get to see a lot of hot air balloons as well. So it's just probably not something, I don't know if I would ever go up in a hot air balloon. I don't know. Not my thing. Maybe I will. But I do think they look really cool. Flying over like that. Or floating, maybe is the better word. All right, so that's done. We're going to drop you off. I should get a sprayer so that we can, a water sprayer that is, so we can keep our equipment nice and clean. This is a professional establishment. Okay, so that's done. What is the state of things? So we've got things growing. Still got that seed bed on the far side, but I don't know if that means anything. Oh, I bet that was the when we did the cultivating over the shrubs. I bet it plowed it and then laid a seedbed as well at the same time. I bet that's what that was. So we don't have any weeds. We do have full fertilization on the parts that we can see. And if I take off the plowing, obviously we still see that. We don't need lime or anything like that. It is all grapes. Good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's anything else to do except... Actually, you know what? I said seed bed. That actually is the color of the stubble tillage. Or tillage. Stubble tillage. Not the seed bed. It's a similar sea green color, but it's a little bit paler. So that is not the seed bed, actually. I don't know if there's anything else for us to do right now. Fast forward a day and let it grow. Like, really. I mean, I'm not planning on taking any contracts right now. Because again, that's not really what I'm wanting to do with this series. If we get to a point where we need the money, we're in money trouble, I will have to. But I kind of just want to play around with the grape harvest, and hopefully that's okay with you guys. Oh, this looks so good. I just like this look. I do want to get the olives up as soon as at some point as well, because I think that'll be fun. All right, well, we're going with this, and I'm going to fast forward a little bit. So I'll leave a little pause in the video, and we'll come back. I'll just come back tomorrow, and we'll take a look at things and see what it looks like. And in fact, I might as well leave you guys here with me. It does not take that long. We'll sleep till 8 a.m. Why not? That way it's nice and light out for the video. See the clouds flowing over. Oh, it's raining. Hey, we're getting our stuff. Crops were watered. Yay. Hopefully there wasn't anything else I needed to do in prepping the fields. I guess, was there herbicide? I don't remember seeing if there was herbicide. We did just pay a huge loan cost. That hurt quite a bit. Because now we're getting the grass. And we do see, obviously, the grapes. That is, I love it. I like that a lot. Now I assume we run the mulcher over this. Right? Maybe? These all look really good, though. I'm really happy with that. And then I also assume that no, we're actually already double fertilized, so we don't need the second round of fertilization. But, and I don't see weeds. I mean, if I turn off the plowing, right? Like, weeds overrides the plowing, right? Yeah, it does, because we can see 40 up here. Oh, I guess we, now we grab the mulcher and run that over. There might be a lot of fast forwarding in this series, just because we aren't doing a lot of the side stuff. Hopefully that's not too big of a problem. I think once we get more fields down, especially if we can get enough money to do the olives, because the olives will be, aren't they a little bit different cycle? No, they're the same. They plant the same period, but 1 month later as well. But then they harvest only in 1 month in October. So probably what we do is we plant, the grapes in March, April, May, whatever. Plant the olives in maybe June, something like that. And then we harvest in September for the grapes and October for the olives. Something of that nature, maybe. Now, the problem with zipping through stuff is that while we still have a loan, I might have to do some contracts like offline or something. I don't know if I want to bring you guys along for the contracts. I think that's just going to be boring. I might have to do some contracts just to pay for the loan that we're having to do while we're fast forwarding so much otherwise. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. Thankfully, the grape harvest will come up pretty quickly. So we'll be able to get some profit from this in a fairly short period of time from when we actually planted it. It's only a few months down the road. But if it's 6 months down the road, and we're paying like $5,000 in cost between months, that's $30,000 right there. Are we going to get $30,000 of grapes off of this? I don't know. That's where we might have to do I might have to do one contract a day that gives me enough to pay off the just that loan amount. I was trying to turn it sharp. I should just leapfrog like I did last time. So this definitely is mulching up. So we are doing the right thing here. I guess we just leave it underneath the grapes themselves, though. Right? I mean, what else do you do with that? I don't think am I supposed to be getting closer to this? Maybe. But then that means I have to do 2 passes here. I'm not sure if that is technically what you're wanting to do. Maybe you are. Yeah, I do think that looks better, though. Running right alongside that, I'm just mulching up my grass back here. I forgot to lift it. Does the worker know what to do? No, he doesn't. Okay. I just wasn't sure. Kind of hugging a little bit too close. I don't want to do that too much. Slows me down. I mean, having to do 2 passes on each of these would be a little problematic just because it's, it just take that much longer. But if it's the right thing to do, then it's the right thing to do. But what benefit is this doing? Let me see. Let's pull up the this thing. So the mulcher just cuts back the grass. Nothing special, right? Just making it look nice and tidy, I guess. Yeah, they don't have those little shrub bushes things going on there. I did something wrong. I'm sure of it. I think it'll still work. I also don't think we have to mulch the grass right now, to be fair. I think we can let it grow a little bit taller. Yeah, I think we can. I think we will. Since it's not doing anything else but just kind of making it look good, I think we can let this grow a little bit taller before we worry about actually mulching it anymore. I mean, I would have thought it was the plowing, but these over here have all the little grass shrubs too, so I don't know. I guess I could just set you here. Anything else I should do right now? I mean, I could pay off a little bit of the loan just to not have as much that I'm paying each month. That was our loan costs. 4,000, yeah. So if I trim that back a little bit, it would save us a bit of money. And then I'll just take out the loan when I need it, when I'm ready to harvest and stuff like that. We'd have to fast forward to September to actually do the harvest itself. What was it? What else was there in the kit? Spreader or spader. Interesting. Bale wrapper. 4 grapes. Oh, the leaf trimmer thingamajigger. And then we've got the sprayer for when we get weeds. And then that's it. That's all it looks like we have to do. What about olives? Anything different for olives? Are they the same? Oh, they're actually different harvesters, which does make sense, but I honestly wasn't sure. They look very similar because they're both going to ride over the top of the crops. All the other pieces, the trailer's different, but all the other pieces look like they're the same. And there's no leaf trimming or anything like that. So, a little bit different there. All right, we're going to put a cut in there. When we come back, I probably will have fast forwarded a little bit. I don't know how far. Guess you guys will find out next time. But I just kind of want to get to the grape harvest and start seeing kind of stuff in process and start continuing to grow this and see what we can do. But hopefully you guys are enjoying this series a little bit. I'm having fun with it. I think it's kind of unique and different. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.